Jesus is saying there's nothing that has the potential to defeat you that I haven't already defeated. I love saying this. Jesus loves his children enough. He doesn't ever want us to be unprepared. And that's what John 16 is about. It's a passage of preparation. Jesus understands that his disciples are going to face the unthinkable. And that not only are they facing his leaving earth, but they're facing ministry in a dark and fallen world. And so he wants them to be prepared. This is John 16, 1 through 4. I have said all these things to you to keep you from falling away. They will put you out of the synagogues. Indeed, the hour is coming when whoever kills you will think he's offering service to God. And they will do these things because they have not known the Father nor me. But I have said these things to you, that when the hour comes, you remember that I told them to you. In John 16 are 6 words of preparation, and they are very, very honest and very hopeful. The first thing is Jesus just reinforces, I want you to be prepared for whatever is to come. You know, if you're a parent, you are always preparing your child for things that they don't yet know and things that they don't understand, things that will be new, things that will be scary, things that will be hard. Jesus is wanting to prepare his disciples and you and me in the very same way. Second thing he says is very interesting. You are sad that I'm going away, but it's best for you. The disciples didn't understand that. Listen, if Jesus hadn't gone away, there'd be no cross, no resurrection, no ascension, no gifts of the Spirit, no church. It was actually best for these men, although they did not understand it, that Jesus would go away. Third thing he says is your sorrow will turn to joy. And he uses the example of childbirth. You know, I can remember after 20 hours of labor, Luella said to me, let's just leave. I'm tired of this. We're in the hospital. Of course, I said, Luella, you can't leave. Now, it was amazing after 21 hours finally of labor and then delivery, how immediately joyful she was when she held that little child in her hands. Jesus says that's what it will be like for you. And he talks about the resurrection. He doesn't just mean his resurrection, but the final resurrection where they would be and we will be united with him forever. The fourth thing he says is very honest. He says, in the world, you will have trouble. Jesus is very honest about the unthinkable things that the disciples will face. The hatred of the world, so deep that people killing them would think that they're doing a good thing. And add to that all the normal troubles of life in a fallen world. Not very good to hear, but important to hear. Jesus was being realistic with his followers. But then he follows it with this, but I have overcome the world. Jesus is saying there's nothing that has the potential to defeat you that I haven't already defeated. His victory means we can have victory over evil too. And then the sixth thing he says, in me, you can have peace. I'm not talking about external, but internal. That rest and assurance of heart that every human being longs for, we find that in Jesus. Again, you see the tender heart of Jesus you see his grace, that he wants his disciples to be prepared, but he wants them to know what he will give them as they face not only his absence, but life in a fallen world. What grace.